Welcome to the Huang channel, guys. My name is Barry and I am going to be doing another DIY install at Front Yard Motorsports, where I will be working with the FIGS precision bearing solid bushings for the rear part, for the rear bushing for the lower control arm in the front. Ooh, spherical, solid, no more poly. So how these work are that these are going to be inserted in here, one on each side. One on each side, and then these are going to be used for caster if you need it. First up, you got to remove the wheel. An issue I'm having is that my carbon fiber side splitters are in the way, can't get it up, so I'm trying to rip this thing off. Full send. And that's how you take off my side skirts. Don't try it on yours, you have to remove all the bolts. All right, let's do this the second time. I have all the access that I need now. Car safely on jacks. Now I'm gonna take off the wheel. So what I'm doing today is I'm replacing these lower control arm bushings for the rear of the control arm. First step is to remove the front chassis underbody brace. So it's a 14 here, and the other ones are 10s. Okay, now that we got the 14s out, we're gonna take off the other one. Next part will be the 12s. Okay, once that's over, you can move this front lower brace. And now we have freed access to the bushing. Now we remove this and this and this. Next step is a 17mm here. Next step is a 22mm here and here. If you have a Tom's bracing bar, you're gonna actually have to remove that to remove this bracket first to get access to this. Alright, now we remove this. I believe this is a 14 as well. Alright, now we can move this out the way. That's 22. But now we gotta move this out the way, which is a 14 as well. Okay, now that's out the way, we can move this. So where the pride is open. So what I'm gonna do is use a long bar, put it here and pull it down. Put it right there, and then I'm gonna pull down and it should create enough space. So somehow, if this doesn't work, you're gonna have to pull up, which will then create more space. Actually pulling up makes a lot more space. Now I can slide that out. Voila, it is out. So I decided to use my caster spacers, but unfortunately it won't fit all the way. Probably due to rust from the old low control arm bushing. So I'm gonna sand this off and see what happens. A lot of rust. A lot of rust from the old part. I must have driven over water a lot. As you can see, a lot of the rust is coming off. So hopefully this makes it more smooth. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, see if this works. All right, it works. Here we go. So it just rust, so we gotta get rid of it. But this works now. The tapered side towards. Bam, fits perfectly. Now put the bushing back in. We're gonna use a prying tool. Let's have a really long extension, and we're gonna pull up. Pulling up gives more leverage than pulling down. The best spot is to put this right here to create space. Now we put the 22 millimeters back in. We got the tapered side going inside, and then the washer, and then we have the 22 millimeter. This part is very vital. See this, how it's like that? We need to be flush, like that. We need to be flush. All right, flush. And then just tighten. A 14 right here. 14 goes in here. $14 goes in here. Over another 14 goes right here. All right, we got a 22 that goes over here. All right, over here, there should be a little small washer or thing in the back. Make sure that doesn't fall back here. And then you can put a 17 back inside. So this right here should be on top, behind here. Ready for the 17. If this does not go in freely like this, you're gonna have to pull on your brake caliper so that it can create space. So pull down or push up. Pushing up works better, and then you should be able to feed this all the way through. And then make sure the nut behind is fitting on top of the 17. Okay, I managed to spin the nut back in place. And now we're going to tighten everything. So when you finish this, tightening this, make sure this caster spacer is flush. Now I can finally reattach my Tom's bracing front and the brake bar. Now to make everything is spec, this bolt is going to be 150 foot-pounds. These ones, this one, this one, this one is gonna be 37 foot-pounds. This one is gonna be 63 foot-pounds. And this one is 83 foot-pounds. And make sure the caster spacer is flush. All right, now we're gonna move over to the driver's side. Same thing, we're gonna remove this first. Remove the bracing, 14, 14, 22. Remove this with a 14, that we can get this out the way, push this away, and then 22, 17, and then we're able to pull it down and then remove this. Now I got the 22. Okay. Now that that's free, we're gonna move the Tom's bracing bar, slide it over. Now that this is free, we're gonna release this to 17. Okay, got the bracket out. Now we got another 22. All right, it's loosened. Now release. All right, take that out. Using a giant crowbar or something, we're gonna pull up. Once you pull up, you have enough create space, and remove the old bushing. And there we are. And just like the last time, we're gonna have to sand this off. Okay, once it's sanded off, we're gonna put a caster bushing or caster spacer inside. Before I put the final FIGS solid precision bearing bushing in, I'm gonna do a comparison with the RR Racing. Both of them are great products, not denying that at all. This one is solid, all right, as you can see, solid. This one was a Polydura or something like that. 95 Polydura, so RR Racing, and I got FIGS. So here's a side comparison. Now, this one is actually bigger than this one, but it's okay, because if you, I don't know if you can tell, but that's why there's a caster spacer here, so you can adjust, put this here, put that there, that way it'll be equal. But this is a comparison right here. Both great products. They both work. Place the tapered side on the inside towards the engine. Then I'm going to pry this down, or pry it upwards, and then place this solid bushing in. Okay, I might have too many things in the way, so gotta get this one out the way. And you notice the orange faces to the front. The flat part of the caster spacer goes to the back. And then we put the washer, and we put the 22. And then we make sure it's flush. See, it's flush. Now I'm gonna put the bracket back in. Feed that there, put that there, align that. Put the Tom's bracing back in, correct place, 14mm goes here. Put the 14 back in. Got the 22mm bolt, that's going back in. And if that doesn't work, you're gonna have to push up or pull down on your caliper, so it could cause movement. So you could move the lower control arm a little bit. All right, don't fully put that in. Now I'm gonna put this one back. Again, there is a 17mm bolt in the back. So, and if this doesn't work, push up and pull down on your caliper. So what I have to do is push up on the caliper so I can get this forward. Make sure the bolt in the back on top, the 17, is in, and keep tightening. Okay, make sure the caster spacer is flushed all the way around. Everything should be in. Torque to spec as stated before. Okay, once that's in, make sure everything's torqued back to spec, and then put on the brace. Okay, we got the solid bushings in. Now the bracket is, the under brace is back in. Now we can put the wheels back on. I took the opportunity to put the Titan 7s, my 20 inches back on. The FIGS solid bushings are installed. All right, guys, that's conclude today's video. If you guys think you like what you saw, you think you learned something, please comment below and let me know that these videos are helping you guys. And please subscribe to the channel, help us grow the channel. And these solid bushings, they're great. Like, I instantly felt it reversing the car, so I highly recommend them. When I brake now, there's no front shaking, no shakes at all, and steering is definitely more precise. So if you guys, I'm gonna probably do a review soon, so yeah, wait for that video. All right, guys, take care, peace.